Well, I'm out at Guangzhou, China at the Gamaco maintenance facility. We've got this Boeing 767 that just completed cargo conversion. We're going to take it to Mexico City with a stop in Honolulu. All that green that you see is all the work that was done on the cargo conversion. Getting our outside pre-flight completed. We're going to try to get out of here early. We got an overnight in Honolulu, so we want to get there as early as possible. Maybe have time to have a Mai Tai on the beach. This airplane was previously operated by PAM Airlines down in Brazil. And there's the new cargo door. That's what took them about 6 months to do down here. Cut a hole in it, put that door in. So yeah, we're going to be the first ones to fly this thing after this major conversion. I know people think that these things have test flights and all kinds of stuff. Sometimes they do, most of the time they don't. And we rarely have any issues taking them straight out of conversion and flying them all the way across the Pacific. They do a great job here with these conversions. Like I said, we have never had an issue in, I don't know, been messing with these cargo conversions for 20, 25 years. Here's the inside of the airplane. Here's the door from the inside. See, it looks brand new in here. Got all those new rollers on the floor. And we got Mike and Wes up here. We got 3 of us flying today. Here doing the pre-flight, getting the flight plan loaded. And as you can see, this cargo conversion has a little bit of galley down back there, an oven, some jump seats, and a lavatory. Just what we want inside the cockpit. Don't worry, I've got my M&Ms. I've actually got multiple versions. So our handler, Sam, handler being somebody that helps us get through all the Chinese bureaucracy, getting airplanes in and out of China. She takes good care of us, and takes good care of us in the food department too. She sent some dim sum to the airplane, and I don't know, those things look too cute to eat. Anyway, there's some good food here. We've got about an hour to kill before we take off. Been getting towed out for the last 10 minutes. They've got to tow us to the taxiway before we can start up. We're 37,000 feet over the Pacific between Philippines and Guam. Still about 8 to 9 hours from landing in Hawaii. Everything's looking good. I'm waiting for a beautiful sunrise. Seas are calm down there. You can see the clouds, the reflection off the ocean down there. We're passing Wake Island. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. Wake Island, pretty much the only thing out here. There's a runway on there if we had to use in an emergency. Well, we're still cruising along up here. The sun came up and it's already back behind us. Hopefully we're going to see a sunset with Mai Tais in our hands sitting on the beach. We're trying to get to Honolulu quick enough to make that happen. Got about another hour and 45 minutes flying at this point. We've been up here hanging out, show you some of the stuff we do while we sit up here and fly. Look out the window, see all the sights. There's the moon. The moon's up. Check out the instruments, making sure everything is working right, making sure that the fuel burn is working out correctly, making sure that the engines. You know, M&Ms. Yeah, we got our M&Ms, and talk about looking outside. Talk about flat Earth. And here's our flat Earth map that shows the globe. That's where we started at, Guangzhou, China. We flew over the Philippines, flew over Guam. That's where we are right now. It's picking up a GPS signal showing us where we're at, way out over the Pacific Ocean. And this is where we're going, Honolulu. BHJR, that's the airport we're going to land in. And tomorrow we'll be following that line to Mexico City. So once we descend down towards Honolulu, get within about 30 or 40 miles, we'll start the instrument approach procedure. So we use this chart to do that. We program all these waypoints, these lines, to this box here, and it gives us a picture here that the autopilot can follow. So if we can't see the runway, we use these approach plates to descend and eventually land on the runway. And we use this chart to taxi around the airport.
Four hundred. 300. No, it's not the fun. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right, we made it to Kalaeloa Airport. I don't know if we're going to make the sunset or not. By the time we get to the hotel, I think it's going to be dark. But as you can see, beautiful weather. A little bit cloudy, but temperature is perfect. Well, we had a good night in Honolulu. Got some good food and a few drinks, some good rest. And now we're out here on a rainy day, getting ready to leave. Checking the engines, the landing gear. Make sure all the rivets are still in place. There's the tail skid, just like on most of the other airplanes that I've pointed out. That noise is coming from that exhaust, that hole in the tail there. That's from the auxiliary power unit. It's our generator to run air conditioning and electrics on the ground. It's actually a little jet engine up there in the tail. All the latches are still latched. And we have the engine just windmilling in the wind right now. Checking out all the blades, make sure there's no damage. The airplane's big enough to walk under. In our nose gear. That's what it looks like up under the nose of the airplane. Taxi and landing lights. At the next stop, Mexico City, and back to the inside. We'll show you our first class section. We've got a full-size bed in our first class section with our special blankets, our nomadic blanket. Actually, these trips are kind of like camping sometimes. Bring a bunch of supplies, air mattresses, and whatever, and make do. Mike and Wes are going to take this one out to Mexico City. They're preparing the flight right now, getting the flight plan in. Well, I'm just hanging out. We've got about another hour to kill before we take off. We've got slots, which means we've got reservations to land at a certain time in Mexico City. So in order to meet that reservation, we can't take off for another hour. When we get to Mexico City, we go in and they bring out the customs people, the police, and drug dogs. They go all through the airplane, checking the airplane out, so I'm not going to be able to hold my phone out and make any videos. Not without probably getting my phone confiscated.